Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Lions going up against the Packers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Tackle made by Perry Riley. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play... well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterward.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now the 11-year man Steve Weatherford on to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Now it's Peterson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They come out here in the eye. A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes really good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on is a Wisconsin native who, in fact, punted for the nearby Badgers collegially. That's Brad Nortman to kick. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's got Lockett. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd down following the run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Lions are going to have a first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Riley Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The veteran Robert Mathis there to make the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll look to throw, finding time. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The All-Pro from 2015, Aaron Donald, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Holding offense.
Here's Brad Nortman now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. Last drive, touchdown, surrender. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be first down Lions. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able...
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Hill, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Packer defense getting set to go again. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll drop to throw. That escapes the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this complete to the tight end Pettigrew. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Steve Weatherford now. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Hill. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Packers did not come out and play the way they wanted to in the first half. The Lions, on the other hand, struggled last week but have turned it around here today. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Lions line up at the 3. Cooper's found on the quick pass, and he goes in for 6, giving them an early lead. Now to late in the first half, the pass complete out of the gun, and he'll end up picking up 28 yards on the play. Staying late in the second, Lockett's found on the quick pass, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 14. Staying late in the half, Bradham's going to get to the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Green Bay for the start of the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On the ground, this is Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, separation. A little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe try and run the football a little bit more in this spot.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now the Packers get set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a handoff. Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On On second down, Johnson. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded at the 8th. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
On the right side, this is Miller. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A dump off now to Hill. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to find John Brown. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll look to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll set up to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I don't care what level of football. 3rd down is emphasized on both sides of the ball. So right now, defensive guys are celebrating. They're going to get off the field. For the offensive guys, that's a missed opportunity. You've got to keep the sticks moving.
Yeah, would have been first if he'd been able to hang on. Now back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. From the the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break out 4th. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.